when it came down to the toys, to keep the life within, a life that had no voice. It must have surely seemed the harder road to choose, to be so young to have to say who had the most to lose. But she came through like a champ, and she blessed the world that day, then gave the hope of a better life when she gave him away. Now the innocence and joy is there each day he wakes, expressions of his love of life in every breath he takes. He could have been thrown away before he had a chance to say, hey, well, I am here and I have something to give. Hey, well.
We just launched about 5 minutes ago. It's been 2 years since we've been on this river. Steven's getting a turn in the back this time around for the first bit anyways. It's pretty calm from here to the Nordegg Bridge. So we're just gonna take it easy. We got a late start today. There's a lot of construction on the highway on the way here, and a big house move on the highway which really slowed things down. So we started late, but that's okay. We'll canoe for a couple hours, find a spot to camp, and enjoy the scenery along the way. It's gorgeous out here. This is what we've been waiting for. A river that moves quickly, requires very little paddling, and peace and quiet. Kind of miserable right now, but we can see some blue sky coming. So hopefully in, I don't know, half an hour. Let's see. Yeah, maybe a half hour, 45 minutes. This will clear up. Looks like some coal deposits here. This bank. We just had a major capsize. That's our canoe. We had no way of knowing that there was a log jam here. So we're just gonna catch our breath. And I'm gonna be honest with you, we almost drowned right here. Okay, let's try something. We are thankful to be alive right now.
No kidding.
We came into this here and it's a V, and there was no way of knowing it was coming. This river is so wide, and there's nothing we could do. So we're just gonna wait and see if the canoe moves at all, because if we can rescue some more equipment, it'll make our lives a little easier to get out of here. We're 5 kilometers from the highway northwest, so we're just gonna walk out of this otherwise. The canoe is slowly tilting. We're lucky, we don't want to step in there. That's just too dangerous. We're fine, we're safe on these logs. They've been jammed up for a long time. We're just gonna walk out across here and then find a way to cross the river. The river's pretty shallow, so I'm sure we'll find a spot. But once again, we're thankful that we're okay.
Yeah.
And you know, between the two of us, we have over 200 kilometers of white water, and none of this is white water. It's gentle. So this was a real shock. Well, we've decided to abandon the canoe. Nothing we can do about it. We got one sleeping roll out of it, but we're just gonna walk. We got about 5 hours of daylight, so we're gonna do what we can to get out of here. We should wave. You know what? Take your life jacket off because it's bright, and wave it. That is a beautiful sound right now. It's awesome. Canoe is way over there. Somewhere. Canoe is still there. Hasn't moved. And that helicopter was not RCMP. I just talked to the RCMP and we just have to wait. Sounds like they're gonna come and pick us up. Well, we got a fire going and we're just waiting. The RCMP are going to come in with a jet boat. Not sure how long that'll take. But we got a fire going so we can stay warm. There's one thing I'm very sure of, and that is that life jackets save lives. I would not be standing here right now if I was not wearing a life jacket. It's very difficult for me to talk about right now. I know my son feels the same way. We just about died over there. The canoe we came around the corner and there's this massive log jam in front of us. There's no way of avoiding it. You can't stop. And so we hit it, and at first we were okay because we were sitting up on the logs, and then very, very slowly the canoe started to turn sideways and it flipped sideways under the water. And we were sitting in it while it flipped over. So we got sucked under with the water up to our chins, hanging onto a log that was above the water. And I gotta say, I couldn't reach, my feet couldn't reach the bottom. So that's where we were, right over there, in there. Almost met my maker today. Not scared to admit that I started praying to God to get us out of there while we were being sucked under. And by the grace of God, we got out. My son got out first. I just kept pushing on him. And then I managed to get out on top of the logs, and we knew we were okay at that point. But the canoe is pretty screwed, so that is the end of this trip. I don't know when I'll do another canoe trip. Got a lot of equipment to replace. So while we're waiting, we've got fire going. I apologize if there's wind. I'll try and talk loud enough. Beautiful out here. It'd be much more beautiful if we were still on the river. We would likely be camped right now if this didn't happen. I gotta say, I can't talk right now. Canoe is still over there. I just checked. It's pretty much lost everything in it. It's all gone. So just the canoe is sitting there. But that doesn't matter because we are alive. If anyone thinks they can get on a river with no life jacket and survive, good luck. I pushed my son up onto those logs first. It took a while. It took probably a full minute to get him out. And it took me maybe another minute to get out, but those were the longest minutes of my life. I'm not joking. It's difficult to talk about it right now. As many of you know, I've done several canoe trips. Never had a problem. We've run class 3 rapids. But boy, when you come up around a corner and you got a log jam and there's nothing you can do, you can't steer around it and you can't stop, you're pretty hooped. Here's a survival tip for you folks. Hand sanitizer. This saved us. We are now warm. We got that fire started with this and a lighter. Although between the two of us we had 3 lighters and only one worked. So be prepared. I keep asking myself, is this it? Is this the last trip I ever do? Do I ever get another canoe? Do I ever risk my kids' lives again? You know, was this just a simple accident? All this is going on through my head, 100 miles an hour. I really don't know. Been through a lot of emotions in the last couple hours. And still in shock. And the whole incident keeps running through my mind over and over again. You know, what did we do wrong? Nothing really. This river is so wide. Look how wide this river is. It's very braided. There's a whole clear area over there. And we simply took the widest portion of the river, and we ended up in this big jam with high-speed water, which damn near killed us. So I just talked to Fish and Wildlife. They're gonna launch their boat from the Nordegg Bridge. They're coming on a jet boat. So they're gonna pick us up probably in the next couple hours. So we're just gonna keep feeding that fire and staying warm and waiting. All our equipment's gone, everything. The only thing we salvaged was one self-inflating air mattress, 2 canoe paddles, Stephen's backpack. Stephen lost his wallet. His phone doesn't work. My phone works, thank God. We were just talking about that. What if the phone didn't work? We can't get off this island. The water is so deep over here and fast. Fast, we'd never get across. We were able to walk all the way to the far tip of this island here, but then it gets deep again, so we're stranded here. But those guys said they're coming, so looking forward to meeting them and getting out of here and getting home. Water level went up in the last half hour. That was dry. The RCMP left the boat launch, about a half hour ago, so I think they're having problems navigating the river, which I'm not surprised to see. Normally this would be an absolutely beautiful spot. It is. It's just too bad it had to end this way. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. You want to wave that? making it. Sweet. They're just trying to figure out how to get to us. Checking depth. It's deep there.